Well, fair to say most Americans had heard little or nothing about al-Shabaab before this weekend. So we asked Homeland Security correspondent Bob Orr to tell us more about who they are.
Since 2006, al-Shabaab has been trying to establish strict Islamic law inside Somalia, taking advantage of a dysfunctional government to set up safe havens for terror operations. The group, affiliated with al-Qaeda, has carried out a series of bombings in Somalia's capital, Mogadishu. 2 weeks ago, 15 people were killed when a car bomb and a suicide bomber attacked a restaurant. Recently, al-Shabaab has been under pressure from government forces and has abandoned some bases in southern Somalia. But al-Shabaab is fighting to re-establish its brand and extend its reach. In 2010, al-Shabaab militias went beyond Somalia's borders to carry out twin bombings in Uganda that killed 76 soccer fans gathered to watch the World Cup. Now comes the attack in Kenya. Al-Shabaab says it's in retaliation for Kenyan troops participating in the fight against al-Shabaab in Somalia. But the massacre is also a propaganda tool to convince extremists the group is still relevant. Historically, al-Shabaab has been al-Qaeda's most effective recruiter of American jihadists. Using internet videos with English-speaking operatives, the terror group has drawn at least 40 U.S. radicals to Somalia.
You are the one in need. You know, you are the one in need. And we are all in need of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.
Intelligence sources say at least 15 of the American recruits have already died in various terror operations, including suicide bombings. The Americans are also caught in a power struggle inside al-Shabaab. One of the leading propagandists, Alabama-born Omar Hamami, publicly broke with the group. Sources say he was killed 2 weeks ago by al-Shabaab snipers.
Now, sources tell us the flow of Americans to Somalia has greatly slowed, but Scott, it has not stopped.
Bob, thank you very much.